So if you've been watching our channel and watching our videos, you already know that the no contact rule is the best option for you if you've been going through a breakup. But what if you have kids? Might be a little bit harder. It's going to be a little bit more complicated, but guess what? It's not as difficult as you may think it is.
All right, welcome to Black Book Basics. Today we're going to be talking about the no contact rule is even harder with children.
If you don't know what the no contact rule is, it's basically when your girlfriend or your wife or in this case your child's mom breaks up with you, it's radio silence from here on out. Everything is flatline. No communication, no texting, no calling, no drive-bys, no drunk dialing, no drunk Instagramming, no drunk Snapchatting, no drunk TikToking. Whatever the kids are using now that's sweeping the nation.
No drunk TikTok. It's no contact at all. Don't call, text, email, nothing, all right?
Don't even send a carrier pigeon over there to it. Nothing.
Not even a carrier pigeon, all right?
Not even a carrier pigeon.
I've done that before, but I learned my lesson. Yeah. I learned the hard way. Now, obviously, since you have kids together, you got to talk to her. Obviously, your kid is the most important thing. You got to figure out what's in the best interest of your kid. You got to chat a little bit, but at the same time, you want to avoid all the small talk. If you do an exchange and she mentions some shit about fucking coronavirus, just respond with a quick and simple, yeah, man, shit's crazy, it's fucked up. But shit, man, I'm hungry, I'm about to go get something to eat, just kind of brush it off, peace be out, just like that. Cold turkey. You don't want to get too much involved in the conversation. Definitely don't want to get involved in any type of like emotional conversation if she brings it up. If she wants to talk about the kid, cool. Talk about the kid, figure out what you're doing for her, whether it's school or clothing, has she ate today, or she had a bottle, whatever the hell, whatever the hell's going on with your kid.
And here's where a lot of guys get things twisted and get things messed up. Because they always forget to flirt. You have to keep this lighthearted. You have to keep the interaction flowing with a lot of sexual tension. You have to interject that energy into the interaction on a continuous basis. One of the key foundations of flirting is being playful. Men flirt too. We call it busting each other's balls. We call it capping. Back in the day we called capping. We call it blazing and all of that. But that is devoid of sexual tension. So you gotta continue to tease your woman and flirt with her, and that's gonna put that sexual tension back in the air, because this is your girl, and even though you might be going through a little touchy period right now, that's always gonna be your woman. Always, regardless of what happens, you always got a line with her. You always got that avenue, that direct line to her to be able to make it do what it do at any time, whether she's married, in a committed relationship, or single, and you guys are just not on good terms. That's always your lady. So you always have to keep that fresh and keep that element of flirtation there. And what that's going to do, it's going to show her that you're unaffected by it all. Because like I said, this could be a tough time that you're going through right now, that you two are going, you're in Splitsville. But you want to show her that you're unmoved by the breakup. You're unmoved by you two splitting up. By flirting, it's going to show that you're unaffected. Especially if you were flirting before, it's going to show that you're still your normal self. And if you weren't that flirtatious person before, it's going to make her a little bit curious, like, oh, something's gotten into him. And that's definitely a good thing, because you always want to keep her uncertain. But always keep that element of flirting there. Always. Don't ever let that die down.
Even if you guys are on bad terms and you're not trying to get with her, it's always good to, I don't want to necessarily say flirt with her, but be cool and charming with her. One thing you don't want to do is you really don't want to be on bad terms with your kids' moms, because you still have all these years ahead of you. But you don't want to be a kiss ass either, man. So what you want to do is just kind of, you just want to be almost like emotionally grounded is what you want to do. It's cool to kind of like be that charming ass dude, even though y'all hate each other, kind of lighten the load. Because that idea, like, that's what you want to do. You want to lighten the load. Women can be pretty vindictive, is what I'm
Are you
trying
serious?
to get at.
Surprisingly, they're like that? Really?
Yeah, surprisingly, they're like that.
Get out of here. Look.
They can be pretty vindictive.
This is blowing my mind, really?
All right. Anybody watching this who has a kid's mom, just say amen right now, goddamn it. Because y'all know damn good and well what I'm talking about.
Drop an amen in the comment section if you feel that.
They could,
that resonates with you.
Pretty vindictive about shit, and they're pretty notorious for using the kid against you.
And if women, if you think that we're calling bullshit, drop a comment and let us know that we're out of line, we're out of pocket for this. But
I guess like hindsight, not to be like against the women, some guys do it, but just like statistically, it's something that you would more likely see from women. With all respect, you know what I'm saying? It's just women often do that shit more, and even with experience, and a lot of guys that we talk to, and a lot of girls that we talk to, even though the girls won't like clearly admit it, but we've talked to a few that kind of done the exact same thing. They kind of use their kids against the dad and shit. Oh no, you want to stay emotionally grounded during this shit. If she is trying to keep the kid away from you, you don't want to like act crazy, going to her house, banging on her door, and just, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep in mind, all the drama that you bring with her is just going to make matters worse and make your life harder, all right? If, say, for an example, she's dating a new guy, and you got a new guy around your kid, you got to accept that shit. That's the hardest thing to do, but you got to accept that shit. If y'all ain't on good terms, he's going to try to, like, provoke you, or, you know, if he tries to provoke you or do anything to kind of, like, agitate you or whatnot, you know, like during the exchange, hold your kid and kiss your kid goodbye or something like that. All in all, you gotta like just hold your grounds, because you gotta keep in mind this dude will probably be there, who knows, for the next 17 years or whatever it is. At the end of the day, you know, it's more so a marathon, not a sprint. You know, she's gonna be dating other guys. She'll probably might have a new guy every couple of months. Who fucking knows? But all in all, I mean, the moment you start getting jealous and acting like a little, you know, overprotective dad, I guess you can say, is kind of when things will start falling apart. You know, there's really not much you can do about it. The more you start acting up, the less likely she's going to be to tell you about these guys that are around your kid. And it just gets to be a big mess. So at the end of the day, what I'm really saying is, don't overreact about other guys being around your kid. Now, if the guy is doing some shit to your kid that's pretty fucked up, then okay, I understand you can kind of like step in a little bit and kind of put him in his place.
All bets are off at that point. Well,
I mean,
not all bets, but don't go upside his hand with a hot frying pan, you know. But you want to definitely check him and let him know that, you know, that's your seed. And
right, it's okay to like check him, but don't get jealous if he's just being a man. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking your ex. Get over it. He's doing it. You know, he's hanging out with your kid, taking her out to eat or whatever. Get over it. It's gonna happen. There ain't much you can do. But if he does start doing stupid shit like disciplining your kid the wrong way, I get it. I mean, do what you got to do, whether it's call the police or whip his ass. Do what you got to do.
And something else that we've been seeing also from a lot of guys that we do consultations with is no friendship dates. Now, we understand that, you know, you want to have this family unit, even though you've been broken up. You want to have that family unit still together, still be cohesive with that. You want to take your ex to the park along with your daughter, or go to the dog park, or go to Disney World, or go to the movies, or Chuck E. Cheese. You want to have these family dates, but that is killing all of the attraction. Now, if you're in a position where you're not trying to get your ex back and you don't care about re-attracting her, and go to see all of the rats in dirty costumes that you know, damn well pleased to go see. You want to parlay that sexual attention back into the interaction, and going on little, you know, coffee dates and, you know, play dates and family dates. It's not going to get you where you need to be. You want to be in a position where romance is in the air, sexual attention is in the air, and you really can't do that at Chuck E. Cheese. And she's also going to think that you're okay with being split up, and, you know, you've moved on, and maybe you're dating another girl, because she doesn't really know, especially if you're not talking about that. She still has to be attracted to you. She has to still see you sexually. Now, I know there's certain things that you really can't get around that sometimes, because you still want to, you know, be in a position where you're around her and you're around your son or daughter and you're doing things together. If you can't get around that, you still want to introduce a lot of sexual attention. You still want to introduce a lot of sexual energy, a lot of flirtation, a lot of lightheartedness, and a lot of playfulness into the interaction. If it's a situation where you two are by yourself, because that does happen a lot, you put the kid to bed, and next thing you know, you're on the couch watching a movie or things like that. You grab a little bottle of wine, go grab some drink, and you know, get a little fun and flirty. You always want to keep that energy around them. So by going on a lot of play dates, if you're trying to get her back, play dates, you got to kind of push that to the left, or you got to minimize those a little bit as much as you can.
You almost want to let her know my whole purpose is to actually, you know, get it going with you again. You know what I'm saying? I want to start smashing it again. When you go on like these little trips to the zoo or the Starbucks with her and shit like that, on some like friendship thing, you know, that's almost like validating her. So in her mind, she's saying, yeah, I can like use him and get him whenever I want to. You know, when you're with somebody for so long, it's like it's almost like you want to test the waters to see if you still have it. Girls, even though they're married to somebody, they still want to go out looking pretty to see if they can still pull guys. So it's pretty much what they're doing to you. You know, she's fucking this other guy. She wants to know if she can still actually pull her ex-boyfriend back that she completely dissed and disregarded like he wasn't shit. So when you go out and you over here like buying her all this food and paying for her movie ticket and shit like that, all you're doing is proving to her, yeah, she can get you back whenever she wants to. If or when she does hit you up to hang out and you do hang out, you don't want to pay for everything.
But wait a minute, like men are supposed to be gentlemen. They have to pay for everything, right? This is 2000 and they have to pay for everything. That's a gentleman thing to do.
It's okay to like sign your car title over to them or your house or something like that, and like your bank account. No, not really, guys. Bullshit. 'Cause I've had so many girls tell me like I only went out with him because I was bored. There wasn't nothing to do, and it was free food and shit like that. So if or when you do go out with your kid's mom and shit, that keep in mind that could be like a possibility. She's trying to get validation from you. She's trying to get a free meal out of you. So you want to make her invest in the relationship. So if she's spending money on you, like you guys go out to eat, you know, you pay for it, you go to the movies. You make her pay for that shit. So now if she has a little bit of investment, like she got done spending $25 on these movie tickets, so she's kind of looks at that as like a little investment, like, okay, well, I just got done paying for his movie ticket, you know. It's a lot different in opposed to you paying for the movies, you paying for dinner, you know what I'm saying? In her head, it's bam, free shit, I'm out. You're kind of like the pussy boy desperately trying to get her back. But when you like tell her like, I'm paying for the movies, or I'm paying for dinner, you're paying for the movies, that's almost like you telling her like, you know, I'm not playing this game where I'm spending all the money on you. If you guys have any kind of comments or questions or anything, hit us up down below. Hit us up at blackbookbasics@gmail.com, questions@blackbookbasics.com. If you guys are looking for a one-on-one, go ahead and hit us up there too. Look us up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff. I'll holler at y'all later though. Peace.